Hello, Bill Molyneux here with one more scenario, the Battle of Bushy Run, August 5th through the 6th, 1763, outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This reenactment, I've been there several times. I portrayed Native, something I don't do very often. I'm normally French. Great reenactors do the Battle of Bushy Run. Tom Hinkleman and Dennis McKibben, along with many others, and many people that are featured in my book that are reenactors. And our picture is Malcolm, Mark Hogebaum. He runs Dill's Tavern. He is a Highlander. So let's go over our scenario. The Battle of Bushy Run is during Pontiac's rebellion. Fort Pitt is under siege. There's a movie called The Unconquered. It has a great scene with the Highlanders come in at the end and they're all dead in the wagons. It's sort of movie-ish, but it's sort of fun to watch. So our natives are 5 units, and the British win by destroying 3 of the 5. The French, which don't really exist, it's Native Americans, they have to kill off 4 of these British units. Of course, we have Bouquet here, and these are not really grenadiers. These are Highlanders, and believe it or not, these Highlanders have the same ability as the natives. So you get to roll 2 dice, pick one of the die, and they also can follow up with Highlander Fury with their large swords. So we have a reduced Ranger unit. So let's start the game, and I'll stop chit-chatting. And once again, this is French Indian War Board Game Volume 1, the last of the scenarios. And I feel like I've been playing these for a week straight. Our player are the Native Americans. So we're going to move this native right here. And we are just coming in with Native Fury all across the line. And believe it or not, this battlefield still is as wooded as you can imagine in many of the areas. If you've never been to the Bushy Run battlefield in Pennsylvania, Google it and please consider visiting it. So, we have our British defensive fire. We're going to start off with these Rangers, and they need a 1, 2, or 3, and they scored a 1 right off the bat. And our natives, they've run away. So our opening volley from the Rangers has already driven back a native unit. This Highlander unit's going to attack there. And they roll a 9, which is a fail, but they get a second try. And their second try is a 10. So this unit fired twice here with no effect. This unit's going to fire with leadership ability. So they're a 1 through 8, 1 through 7 because of woods, back up to a 1 through 8 because of leadership. And this unit's been hit, and the natives held. Their morale did not break. And this Highlander unit attacks, and this unit, well, this isn't good. The Highlanders are rolling fantastic, and they drove that native unit away. So I did this mad rush. Maybe I should have went in more piecemeal. That's what a game is for. Let's see what happens. This native unit's going to attack the Grenadier, and they actually scored a hit. Now this, keep calling them Grenadiers, this Highlander unit, let's see if it falls back. And it holds its ground. This unit's going to need to attack, and it scored a hit. And the other unit failed to score a hit. Let's see if they're going to retreat. They do. So we're going to push him there. He's going to go that way. And before I did that retreat roll, I should have checked. Oh, Bouquet is, he got killed. Now, because that unit retreated, this unit gets to advance. And this is the Bill rule on natives. I've learned a lot from Dennis McKibben, great native historian. I actually have videos of him on my video channel. talking about Native American trade goods. And I hope you'd consider checking out some of my videos on my channel. So as this unit fell back, they get one more free strike. And that's, boy, rolling a 5, they roll into there. So our opening attacks weren't so good, but boy, everyone's shot to pieces already on turn 1. Our British units are going to, you know what, we're going to just stay and fight. This Highlander is going to fight there, and I did it. I needed a 6 or lower, and we scored. The natives, their morale held. Now, we're going to try to kill this guy off. We're going to start off with the Rangers, and they failed to hit. And then this Highlander, he hit. And then this Highlander, well, there goes a native. And we're not advancing after combat. So that's our completion of turn 1. I may have been too aggressive with my natives. They're all at 1, 2s, and 3s to hit now. So we're going to go ahead and move the natives. 1, 2, 3 there. And so right now I only can be hit by 1 grenadier. In defensive fire, he's going to go for that one. And he killed off another native. So the British kill off 2 more units. They have held out. There'll be flour bags all over the place. There are no wagons, by the way. There is a big fort of flour bags sitting out there. So our natives are going to, and I'm not trying to do too much of a history lesson in these games. That's what Google is for. So Google the Battle of Bushy Run, or call Dennis McKibben up or Tom Hinkleman. So that's sort of a joke. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3 attacking there. It needs a 1 or 2. And just so you know, look at that. So we've lost. And our native moves up to there. So we're at 2 to 2. But so it's now the British turn to move. And they're really, I'm going to bring him back and him back. We're going to protect this unit because the natives have to kill everything here, which so it's now the fire phase for both sides, and we're going, there is no firing, so we're going on to turn 3 for the Battle of Bushy Run. And it's we lose 2 more natives, the British win. So I got to plan this out well. What it is I don't want to be adjacent to too much. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that way I only get fired on by 1. And we'll have this Highlander attack there. And it scored a hit, which kills that unit. So it's looking bleak for the natives. The natives are going to attack there. Oh gosh. We scored a 1. Well, that's and the morale for those Highlanders is a 10. A 10 fails. They need a 1 through 7. So it's going to fall back there. They come in and they rolled a 1. Holy cow. Right when I was about to say, well, I think the natives are going to lose this game. So that's where, boy, it's quite amazing that that's happened that way for turn 3. We'll go ahead and go on to the next turn. We're really close to the British are going to move and fall back, and we're on turn 4. Now this will make or break the game at this point. We're going to send a unit here. So the natives are going to try to take out the Rangers. They need a 1, 2, or 3. and the Rangers rolled a 5. So the natives are going to attack on turn 4 here, and they rolled a 2. So, and don't ask me where a dice tower is. There's a person out there was asking me about a dice tower a few videos ago. So the Rangers are now dead, and our natives are going to move in. Well, it is the British movement phase. I have one Highlander unit left that's at full strength. It's we are at the point of one native unit is eliminated. The British win. It's a seesaw battle. So should I fall him back, or do I risk taking an attack? If he attacks here and it's a toss up, I'm going to say the Highlanders will stand and fight it out and not fall back. So the British would move, which is their standing. This native gets to attack. A 1, 2, or a 3 will flip that Highlander unit. And the natives rolled a 3. So I guess I should have fallen back. The Grenadiers are now going to roll for their morale. And they needed a 1 through 7. We rolled a 9. So the Grenadiers, which are Highlanders, have fallen back. The native unit gets to advance, and it gets one last try, and it rolls a 2. Holy cow. And it takes out the Highlander unit and advances, and now they're plundering all the supplies. And I gotta say, I've played 12 games. I enjoyed all of them. Rogers' battle on snowshoes was a little disappointing. Rogers died on a 1 through 7. But this game here was a lot of fun. It's quick. I played it in, 15 minutes. A lot to it. I think I was a little too aggressive in the beginning with my natives. So that's the Battle of Bushy Run. And I like the Highlanders have the same ability as the natives. And of course, you can change any scenario. So we're going to be ending this video with, I'll be at Lancaster, Pennsylvania, July 20th through the 25th, I think it is, all the way through to Sunday. I'll be running miniature war games, Box Rebellion, Battle of San Juan Hill, all in large 54mm scale figures. I will do my best to post some videos of the convention in my own way, which is sort of off the cuff, and that's how my videos are. And I've had some people say, why don't you do this or that? And follow my friend Jack Rendell out in Arizona, and I'm just doing my own thing. You know, if I only have 50 people watching, so be it. But if I can get one person off the couch. And Joseph, I hope you come to the convention and come see me. So we're going to end this with Board Game Volume 1, the French Indian War, Superior Print on Demand, Adventure Game Source. And that's how you can buy it, along with, if you're going to some historic sites, not all of them, we'll be carrying this. And I also have to mention really quick, a person who likes Fort Dobbs down in North Carolina. It's run by a man named Scott Douglas, real nice fella. I've met him a few times. Well, this person actually has paid for a few games for that historic sites gift shop. So when it comes to giving back, there's a lot of nice people out in the world that do help historic sites. And of course, there's Uncle Buck, who has helped me greatly recently. And I have to put in another plug for Uncle Buck and thank him again. So that's about it. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and in a week or two, I will go through the 14 scenarios of the French Indian War, Volume 2. Thank you again.